Are you going on your first Carnival Cruise? Today I'm going to share with you 10 things that you should know before you board your first Carnival Cruise. Hello everybody, my name is DeAndre and I am the owner of Melanin Pride Travels and I'm here to help you plan your dream vacation. So let's go ahead and get started with the video. Tip number 1, do not try and sneak alcohol on board. Recently, Carnival Cruise Line has been cracking down on those who try to sneak alcohol on board and they're getting to a point to where they are banning people for life. So if you want to enjoy your vacation, you don't want it to get ruined, you don't want to waste your money, do not sneak alcohol on board. And this stems from people sharing it on social media. People share how they snuck alcohol on board and then Carnival Cruise Line will go and find what sailing that you're on and they will come and confiscate your alcohol, or like I said, they may ban you for life. So my number one rule, just don't try to sneak it on board. Enjoy your cruise, buy the drink package. It's not worth it. Tip number 2, do not try to bring marijuana on board. Although it may be legal in some states that cruises depart from, example for California, you still cannot bring it on board. For places like, say, the Dominican Republic, they have a strict no drug policy. So if you are caught with drugs in the Dominican Republic, they can put you in jail. All right, now we're moving on to number 3 of things that you need to know before your first Carnival Cruise. And that is to maximize your drink package. It's not just alcohol that's included in your drink package. Depending on which package that you get, if you get the Cheers package or you get the Bubbles package, the Cheers package includes pretty much everything that Carnival sells except for the fresh pressed juice. So you can get things like energy drinks, specialty coffees, sodas, and things like that in order to maximize your drink package. And you should think about calculating, the cost that you're going to spend on drinks versus getting the drink package. Drinks can run to about upwards of $15 at max. So if you're on a 5-day cruise, I believe you have to have like 30 drinks within 2 days in order to get your money's worth. And that's if you order nothing but mixed drinks with alcohol in it. Now, if you're factoring in the specialty coffees that you get every morning, the sodas that you may get at dinner, a bottle of water that you may get from a bar because you need water, or maybe an energy drink, then maybe the drink package may be worth it for you. All right, moving on to number 4. I believe getting a passport is really important because let's say that you're in another country and you get sick, you have to go to the hospital and the cruise ship unfortunately has to leave you. Or you're late back to the cruise ship and you have to find a way back home. And if you don't have a passport, you can't easily get out the country and you have to go to the U.S. Embassy in order to get back home. And sometimes that can be hours away from port. So I always recommend get a passport. All right, and number 5 is to use a travel agent. So using a travel agent like myself, we can get you deals. We can even answer those questions that you think are dumb. And you won't get that kind of personalized service from, booking with the cruise line. Me personally, I take time to get to know my clients to see what itinerary will be best for them, to see what room in the which cabin will be best for them, to see what cruise line will be best for them, to see what their vibe is. I like to take time and get to know each one of my clients in order to make sure they are planning that dream vacation. And really quickly, before we move on to number 6, let me invite you guys to subscribe. If you guys are enjoying this content, you want more cruise tips, you want to see vlogs and different kind of videos revolving around cruising and traveling, hit that subscribe button below. And if you found this video helpful, give me a thumbs up. It really helps the algorithm and lets me know what content you guys like and what you don't like. And if you're ready to plan your next vacation, whether it be a cruise, land travel, or something in between, or you just want to get away for the weekend, send me an email at book@melaninTravels.net and let us help you plan that dream vacation. All right, y'all, moving on to number 6 in the 10 things you need to know before you take your first Carnival Cruise. And that is to do your research on the ship and itinerary that you're interested in. I don't know how many times I see online that people are just having a bad experience on Carnival simply because they chose the wrong itinerary or they just chose the wrong ship. By doing your research, you'll know what to expect and what you do and what you don't want to do, or things you don't want in a vacation, things that you want in a vacation, and things that you want to do better than maybe the person that you're watching. So please, always do your research. And then sometimes even your travel agent may be your source for research, because A lot of travel agents, they have to go on these cruises. They have to take these vacations in order to get experience and report them back to you. So ask your travel agent, hey, have you been on this ship? What do you know about this ship? And they'll be able to answer those questions for you. All right, y'all, I have another big one. Number 7 is to stay on the ship's time. So let's say, for example, you're leaving out of Galveston and you are going to Cozumel, Mexico. Cozumel, Mexico is an hour ahead of Texas Galveston time. So you get to Cozumel and you turn your phone off airplane mode, and then it jumps from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. as soon as you turn off airplane mode. And you don't realize that your time changed. And so while you're relaxing at the beach thinking you still have an hour, 2 hours left, but in reality, your ship is already gone. So this is what I found helpful in order to stay on ship's time. What you do is, before you go on your cruise, is to go into your settings app, into the date and time, and change it to the time zone that your ship is going to be in. That way, when you turn your phone on airplane mode and you get into port and then you turn it off in order to connect with family, friends, and social media, it doesn't change the time because it's staying on the ship's time. All right, y'all, we are getting towards the end here. We are on number 9. If you guys are enjoying this video, give me a big thumbs up. It really helps out the channel. All right, so moving on to number 9 on the things you need to know before you take your first Carnival cruise. And that is, don't expect last minute deals. So a last minute cruise is basically considered 3 months before the ship departs. And you used to be able to get really good last minute deals on some cruises. I got on a 4-day cruise on the Carnival Breeze for $300 a person, and we got a balcony room. So I always say to book your cruises at least 1 year in advance. And so by booking a year in advance, not only are you getting the best possible rate, if the rate gets even lower, you can just reach out to your travel agent and say, hey, can you see about adjusting my price to a lower rate? But make sure when you're talking to your travel agent that the rate that they're currently booking you under has price protection. So having price protection gives them the ability to change your rate if there's a lower one that becomes available. And finally, number 10, put your phone in airplane mode. If you're not putting your phone in airplane mode while you're at sea, your phone is constantly trying to find signal over and over and over and over and over until it connects to something. And that can incur roaming charges on your cell phone bill. So when you get back home, you don't want to be surprised with a $10,000 bill. Trust me, it has happened to people before. So please put that phone in airplane mode. And let me throw in a little bonus tip for you guys, is to make sure that you're pre-booking everything. That means your Wi-Fi, your drinks, excursions, anything that you can pre-book before your first cruise, do it before you board. Because I guarantee you, once you get on board, those prices go right up. All right, y'all. That's it. Those are my 10 things that you need to know before you take your first Carnival cruise. What is your favorite tip? Or do you have any other tips that you want to share with the community? Leave them in the comment section down below. And if you're ready to book your next vacation, send me an email at book@melaninTravels.net and let us help you plan your dream vacation. And until next time, hope you guys have a good rest of your day and happy travels. Bye.
By the Mexican government.